Hey, it's James here, and I wanted to tell you a little bit more about 9 Minutes on Monday. While it may sound like some exercise program to get you six-pack abs, it's not. But rather, it's a simple way to motivate and inspire your staff to bring their best to work each week. Well, back in 1976, Eastern Airlines Flight 401 was about to land in Miami when they realized that there was a problem in the cockpit. You see, the light that confirmed whether their landing gear was down or not was not coming on. So, not wanting to take any chances, they decide to abort their landing and check out the light bulb, to see if it's working. Well, as they try and remove it, the pilot and the co-pilot, it gets jammed. And the two of them get so focused on trying to fix this light bulb problem that they didn't realize that their plane begins to lose altitude. In fact, they got so focused on changing the light bulb that when they finally looked up, they had dropped almost 2,000 feet. And it was too late to correct. They crashed into the Everglades. It's a tragic story of what happens when you neglect the important things, like flying the plane, for the little problems that are in front of you. Well, this is the challenge for a lot of managers today. We're so busy changing light bulbs, which we need to do, but we forget to lift our heads up and survey what's really important, which is our people. Because what makes you successful as a leader is having a team that's focused and highly motivated. And that's what 9 Minutes on Monday is all about. It's a simple solution to help you increase the engagement and the productivity of your staff without adding more work to your plate. Because let's face it, there are plenty of light bulbs to change. Well, 9 Minutes on Monday is based on 3 truths, 9 drivers, and 1 very powerful concept. When I'm teaching managers at a training event or a seminar, I always start out helping them understand these 3 truths. Well, the first truth is that as a manager, you are paid to produce results. Whether it's widgets sold, dollars raised, mouths fed, or people served, at the end of the day, you get evaluated for some kind of result. The key for you as a manager, however, is that it's not really you who produce the majority of the result, but rather it's your people. And if your people are responsible for whether or not you're successful, then you want to do everything in your power to help them be as successful as you need them to be. So your real job as a manager is to help your people be as successful as they need to be so they can produce the result that you're paid for. Therefore, a large part of your focus needs to be on your people. Well, the second truth is that leadership makes all the difference. In my book or seminar, I delve into this a lot, and I show you the power of something called weighted relationships and why our psychology, along with some of our conditioning since birth, has programmed us to respond to leadership. And when managers realize the potential that they have for influence and impact, it changes how seriously you take your role in leading others. And the third truth is simply that leadership is a practice. The majority of leadership principles can be learned and improved upon, but the key is to be practicing the right things. And this leads us to the 9 drivers of engagement. 9 Minutes on Monday centers around 9 basic needs, and these needs act as drivers of employee engagement. And they can be lumped into 3 main categories: basic needs about the individual employee, drivers from the job itself, and needs related to the work environment. So let me quickly give you an overview of each of these engagement drivers, and the first 3 all have to do with the needs of the individual employee. Number 1, the need to be more than a number. The research is clear that when your staff feel like you care about them, they engage more. And I'm going to show you some simple strategies that will help your staff feel like you're invested in them as people. The second driver is the need for recognition. From the time we were kids, we've learned that there's this connection to what we produce and how we feel about ourselves as people. In 9 Minutes on Monday, I teach you something called the recognition codes. And with the recognition codes, you will never be stuck for ideas again when it comes to recognizing your staff. The third driver is the need for growth. When employees feel like they're growing, it has all kinds of spin-off benefits. One of them, engagement; another, loyalty to your organization. Well, I'm going to show you a few simple techniques to help you grow and develop your employees on the fly. Well, the next 3 needs have to do with the job itself, and here they are. The first one, the need for mastery or achievement. We need to get our employees off of treadmills and onto mountains. And what I mean is, a treadmill is something that you spend a lot of time on and you burn up a lot of energy, but at the end of the day, you've not really gone anywhere. As opposed to a mountain, where there's a clear goal in mind and you can make progress. Well, people have a deep need for achievement. And in 9 Minutes on Monday, I show you a simple formula for turning people's jobs from treadmills into mountains. Well, the second driver is the need for significance and purpose. When people can connect a why to their work, it has a powerful effect on their performance. I teach you 3 simple questions that you can ask to help connect purpose to paycheck for your staff on a regular basis. And when you help your staff connect to purpose, it ignites their motivation. And the third driver is the need for autonomy. People have a need to be in control of their environment and their lives, and when they're not, they tend to disengage and withhold effort. And this is why nobody likes a micromanaging boss, because they infringe on our autonomy. But I'll show you a few simple things that you can do that will help your people experience more autonomy at work. Well, the last 3 drivers are related to the environment itself at work, and they are, number 1, the need for connection. We are social creatures, and because of this, the team environment can either help or hinder an employee's happiness and engagement at work. Well, I'm going to show you the little things that you can do to build a cohesive team among your staff, and I'm also going to show you a simple 4-step formula to help you protect your team from toxic members who destroy morale faster than you can build it. Well, the second driver is the need for fun. One of the biggest killers of productivity is stress, but one of the best antidotes for stress is a little fun. I'm going to show you how to inject some fun into your workplace, and no, you don't have to be a comedian to do so. And the last driver is the need for a model. The research is overwhelming that when you as a leader set the example or model the way, people are impacted. The key though is to be intentional about the example that you're setting. Different times call for different models to follow. And I'm going to show you why modeling the way has such a profound impact on your staff and why different times call for you to set different types of examples. Well, the most powerful thing about 9 Minutes on Monday is not necessarily these drivers of engagement themselves, but rather how you as a manager can implement them. You see, all of this is driven by a very powerful concept, and that is that excellence in leadership is found in the little things done consistently. Let me say that again. Excellence in leadership is found in the little things done consistently. Well, 9 Minutes on Monday helps you focus the little time that you have onto the few things that bring the biggest results. Well, what makes 9 Minutes so powerful as a concept is that it helps you implement these 9 drivers of engagement in just a few minutes a week. And it all centers around the Monday morning ritual. Every Monday when you come into the office, you simply ask yourself 9 simple questions, the answers to which create short, actionable goals that will lead to effective leadership. Well, the Monday morning ritual only takes you 9 minutes and acts as a guide for your leadership that week. The key is being consistent with these principles. So, by doing a little at a time, week in, week out, you create sort of a flywheel effect, and a gradual momentum begins to build as you ensure that each week you're doing what great leaders should do, and that's help your people to be the best that they can be. And the more you do it, the more it becomes second nature, and your leadership grows to be more and more effective. So, if you haven't picked up a copy of 9 Minutes on Monday, do so. And if you'd like more information about 9 Minutes on Monday as a seminar or coming to your workplace, don't hesitate to give me a call. Because hey, leadership doesn't have to be complicated.